I'm Regina.
The courtroom was abuzz with hushed whispers as I sat there, my heart pounding like a drum in my chest. The judge, a stately woman with a no-nonsense demeanor, was about to deliver the verdict in the guardianship case for little Maya. My family, or what I once thought of as my family, sat across from me, their faces a mix of anticipation and anxiety. It all started on an ordinary day at the local market. I was in the produce section, minding my own business, carefully selecting apples. A woman, in her late 50s, with kind eyes and a gentle smile, tapped me on the shoulder. "Your daughter is adorable," she said. I was taken aback. "I don't have a daughter," I replied. But then, she pointed out a little girl with long, chestnut, brown hair and big, green eyes. She was about 5 years old, and there was something about her that made my heart skip a beat. The girl walked up to me and grabbed my hand as if she'd known me her whole life. "Can we go home now, Mommy?" she asked. I was completely lost. Who was this child? And why did she look so familiar? The woman, whose name was Mrs. Thompson, explained that she was the girl's foster caregiver. The girl, Maya, had slipped away at the park while she was tying her shoelaces. Mrs. Thompson tried to coax Maya away from me, but Maya clung to me like a barnacle. She does this sometimes. She finds someone and won't let go. She lost her mom a few months ago, Mrs. Thompson said softly. Maya asked for strawberry milk, and without thinking, I found myself walking to the dairy section with her hand in mine. As we sat on a bench outside the market, Maya drank her milk with both hands, a tattered purple teddy bear tucked under her arm. She held out the teddy bear to me, and when I took it, I felt a small fabric tag sewn into the seam. On it was written Maya Reed, and below that, a phone number. I'm a forensic accountant. I'm used to following numbers and patterns. Something about Maya's last name, Reed, caught my attention. It was my mother's maiden name. I drove back to my office and sat in the parking lot for what felt like an eternity. I dialed the number on the tag, but it was no longer in service. A reverse lookup led me to an address of a woman named Isabella Reed, my older sister. Isabella had cut off all contact with the family 4 years ago. My mother, a strict and controlling woman, had always said that Isabella wanted to live her own life and didn't want to be found. But now, seeing Maya, I knew there was more to the story. I did some research and found Isabella's obituary. She had passed away 3 months ago from a rare illness. The obituary made no mention of a child. I called Mrs. Thompson the next day, and she put me in touch with Maya's caseworker, M.S. Jenkins. M.S. Jenkins confirmed that Maya was in emergency foster care and that Isabella had died. There was no father listed on the birth certificate, and the state was trying to locate extended family. I asked for a DNA test, suspecting that Maya was my niece. 4 days later, the results came back. The probability of a biological relationship between Maya and me was over 99%. I was devastated. I had a niece, and no one in my family had told me. My mother, Mrs. Reed, had known about Maya for 7 weeks. She'd confirmed the family relationship with the state, but had said nothing to me. When I confronted her on the phone, she dismissed my concerns. "I've been handling it quietly. There's no need for you to get involved," she said. My younger brother, Ethan, and his wife, Laura, also entered the picture. They had a stable home, or so they claimed, and wanted to take Maya in. One evening, they showed up at my apartment. Laura, with a fake smile plastered on her face, started talking about how they had a guest room ready and had researched the best school districts. But it was clear that their real interest was in Isabella's estate. Isabella had a small house in the suburbs and a life insurance policy. I decided to fight for Maya. I hired a family law attorney, Mr. Harris. He was methodical and tough. He filed a petition for temporary guardianship on my behalf. But I soon learned that Ethan and Laura had also filed a petition 6 days ago. Their attorney had submitted a home, study request, and a character reference from my mother. Their petition described me as an unmarried professional with no child care experience and a pattern of emotional distance. I found a letter from Isabella in a box of her personal effects. In the letter, She explained that she had gotten pregnant at 32. The father had left before Maya was born. When she told our mother, Mrs. Reed, she was given an ultimatum: give the baby up or lose the family. Isabella chose to keep Maya and moved away. She had always wanted to reach out to me, but believed our mother when she said I thought she was selfish. Isabella had also prepared a notarized designation of standby guardian, naming me as Maya's legal guardian in case of her death. She had excluded our mother, Ethan, and Laura from consideration. She wrote that our mother had pressured her to give up Maya at birth and had refused to acknowledge her child's existence. Ethan and Laura had shown no interest in Isabella's well-being or Maya's. As the guardianship hearing approached, things got even more complicated. Ethan and Laura's attorney filed a motion claiming that I had exerted undue influence over Maya during supervised visitations and was exploiting a traumatized child for personal gain. It was clear that this was my mother's doing. The night before the hearing, my mother came to my apartment. She sat at my kitchen table and told me about her own struggles. She had gotten pregnant with Isabella when she was 20 and unmarried. Her own parents had shunned her, and she had sworn to build a respectable life. She said Isabella had made the same mistake and that she couldn't watch the family's reputation be ruined again. I looked at her and said, Mom, she didn't make a mistake. She had a daughter, and you told her to throw that daughter away to protect your pride. She left without a word. The day of the hearing arrived. The courtroom was filled with tension. Ethan and Laura's attorney painted a picture of them as the ideal guardians. He described me as an unsuitable candidate. But Mr. Harris presented our case. He entered Isabella's guardianship designation, the DNA results, and the evidence of my mother's failure to inform me about Maya. He also presented a form that showed Ethan and Laura had filed an application to redirect Maya's Social Security survivor benefits to their joint bank account 4 weeks after Isabella's death, before any custody determination. It was clear they were after the money. When it was my turn to speak, I stood up straight. Your Honor, I'm a forensic accountant. I own my practice and my home. I have no debt. I'm not interested in Isabella's estate. I just want to give Maya a loving home. My sister raised her alone for 5 years because our family shunned her. She left a document saying she trusted me, and I won't let her down. The judge listened intently. After a short deliberation, she ruled that temporary guardianship of Maya was granted to me. She also ordered an independent investigation into Ethan and Laura's unauthorized benefits application. In the months that followed, Maya moved into my apartment. I turned my spare room, which was once a filing room, into a cozy bedroom for her. She wanted a simple bed, a nightlight, and strawberry milk always in the fridge. Ethan paid back the survivor benefits that had been deposited into his account. The state opened an inquiry into whether Laura's application constituted benefits fraud. Their marriage seemed to be on the rocks. My mother kept her distance at first. I told her that she could see Maya under supervised conditions if she could show consistent, respectful behavior. It's been a long journey, but I've learned that family isn't just about blood. It's about who shows up when it matters most. Maya and I are a family now, and I'll do everything in my power to protect her.